The Lutheran denomination, from its founding to the present, is one of local control and operation within and amongst societies and other religions. This has allowed the religion to flourish in the United States while maintaining its cultural and operational integrity and freedom. When Martin Luther created Lutheranism in the 1500s, it operated within German society and against Protestantism and Christianity as a whole, while being accepted by neither. This was due, in part, to the reforms enacted by Luther through the new Lutheran religion. Drawing from John White's From Gospel to Law, the Lutheran Reformation and its impact on legal culture, Luther believed a two kingdoms theory in which there is no connection between the heavenly and earthly kingdoms, as the connection was destroyed by the sin of humanity, and instead of a hierarchical approach to the earthly kingdom, all persons of humanity were equal and as close to the heavenly kingdom as anyone else, with no opportunity for advancement as was purported by the Catholic Church. The absence of a hierarchy was also true concerning Luther's views on society and the government, of which his beliefs are especially important for this argument. Luther's views on the role of the church and government in a society are, arguably, what allows the Lutheran denomination to flourish wherever it settles, especially in the United States. First and foremost, Luther believed in the separation of church and state. He believed the state contained the legal authority of the nation, while the church was to follow and preach the gospel. However, while distinct, the division between the two was thin and left to the magistrate, who ensured God's will was done in the earthly kingdom by executing laws, while also tending to the church's followers to build a community based around the church. Through the dual roles of the magistrate, Luther differentiated between the political and spiritual realms of influence in society by determining that political authority, while grounded in divinity, stood apart from the church in areas of governance jurisdiction, which were tied to the church and the Catholic faith. The growth of Lutheranism amidst a German society based on the connection of politics and religion, while being denied true autonomy to operate its religion, allowed it to flourish while retaining its local cultural locus of control. When the Lutheran denomination came to the United States, it retained its local autonomy in order to cultivate culture and worship according to its founding. This style of Lutheran establishment still persists today. According to B. Marcus Cederstrom, in Swedish Space and Upper Midwestern Churches, in the Upper Midwest, specifically the area surrounding Chicago, Illinois, the Lutheran denomination is superseded by cultural importance. The Swedish culture depends on the Lutheran Church to maintain its autonomy amidst a culturally and religiously diverse nation. In order for Swedish culture to flourish in the United States, it has isolated itself from outside influence by establishing a society that celebrates Swedish traditions through festivals and the Lutheran Church. This close-knit society developed amidst a larger society, while not intolerant of Swedes or Lutherans, correlates to the Lutheran founding in Germany, whereby the Church found a niche amongst larger, more dominant forces in terms of society and religion. According to C. Wellborn in Martin Luther's Fragmented Body, Lutheranism in Astoria, Oregon, this is further evidenced by Lutheran synods in Oregon. Established to be cultural havens, these synods became to be based around Lutheran ideals and the church itself. Often described as operating in remote locations and split amongst cultures, these synods came to represent specific cultures as much as they did Lutheran ideals. When smaller Lutheran synods became part of larger synods, whether they be locally or nationally based, like the Evangelical Lutheran Church of America, local participation of the adopted church would sometimes plummet due to the lack of culture-specific practices and traditions that had been practiced prior to its adoption. This intense local and cultural autonomy practiced by Lutherans in the U.S., and even since the formation of the denomination, is a hallmark of the denomination itself and allows for it to successfully operate within a larger society.